Austin's theory of law. Austin's theory of law. John Austin's legal theory, known as legal positivism, held that law is a command given by an institution and enforced by punishment. He added that the importance of law is at the disposal of the best political recognition of the nation, backed by the threat of punishment or reward. According to Austin, laws are effective not because of their moral content, but because of adherence to culture due to fear of punishment. This theory distinguishes law from morality by claiming that regardless of morality, the validity of law depends on its foundation. While Austin's theory provides a framework of law, it has been criticized for ignoring the moral nature of law and the possibility of unjust laws within this framework. Key points of Austin theory. John Austin's legal theory, often referred to as legal positivism, offers several important principles that help explain his methods. Consider the nature and function of law. Command versus sovereign authority. Austin's theory believes that authority comes from the command of a ruler, usually the government or ruler. These orders are instructions that people in society must follow. The main role of punishment. Austin believes that the difference between law and other cultures lies in the presence of punishment. These sanctions are fines or consequences associated with the country's decision. The threat of severe punishment may be used to enforce the law. Habitual obedience. Austin added that laws are effective because of people's obedience. People comply not because they understand the law or obey the law, but because they see that they will be fined for not following the law. Difference between sovereignty. In Austin's theory, the right to rule is unique and best in a legal system. Monarchs are not subject to the legal constraints of other authorities, their orders are final and final. Separation of law and morality. Austin opposed the separation of law and morality. He believes that the validity of law depends on its source, sovereign authority, rather than its moral content. Laws can be enforced even if they are viewed as morally unjust or unethical. Good law. Austin's theory is mostly about good law, that is, the law is established and enforced by a recognized authority. Good law is different from morality or natural law, which comes from a higher place. Legal positivism. Austin's theory is a variant of legal positivism, a school of thought that emphasizes the importance of positive law and rejects the idea that law should be linked to the moral or legal. Focus on law. Austin's theory focuses on the structure and function of law. It provides a basis for understanding how laws create, regulate, and control people in society. Criticism of Austin's legal theory. Despite its influence, John Austin's legal theory has been subject to serious criticism from all areas of the legal profession. Some of the main criticisms are: limitation of religion. One of the important criticisms is that Austin separates law from morality. Critics say that this theory ignores the role of morality and justice in the formation of law. According to Austin's theory, morally unethical or unethical laws will be considered valid if they are made by a governing body. Inadequate explanation of law. Austin's focus on explicit commands and rules ignores the importance of law and practice developing organically in society. Many laws contain rules that are not the result of clear decisions but are still recognized and legal, ignoring international law and non-state organizations. Austin's theory works mainly with national law and rarely explains the field of international law or the legislation of non-state organizations, such as international organizations and associations. These organizations use laws that exceed the legal framework. Inadequate description of the legal system of many sovereign countries. In the modern context of fragmented governance or overlapping jurisdictions, Austin's theory suggests that it may be difficult to explain what happens to law when many entities have the rights to create and authorize sovereign rights to apply. Lack of guidance on legal change and evolution. Austin's theory provides little guidance on how law evolves over time, changing to change social norms or incorporate new norms. It would be more accurate to define the case as a rule rather than a legal transaction. Oversimplification of legal concepts. Critics say Austin reduces law to jurisdiction, ignoring complexities of the law such as rights, responsibility, and legal opinion. Law involves the interplay of rules, principles, and interpretations rather than merely judgments and punishments. Ignoring personal rights. Austin's theory often ignores the protection of personal rights because this is the basis of the power to give orders. Critics say legal theory must consider the protection of human freedom and fundamental rights. Separation of moral and unwritten law. Austin's theory focuses mainly on written and explicit rules may focus on the role of customs and unwritten rules that determine the legal system of various societies.